Welcome to the Fairfax Files, where we pursue truth. Mysteries are unraveled, and every case matters. Today, we revisit one of the most unsettling and controversial cases in recent true crime history: the death of Kendrick Johnson, a 17-year-old high school student from Valdosta, Georgia, who was found dead inside a rolled up gym mat in 2013. Authorities called it a tragic accident, but his family said it was murder. And more than a decade later, the truth is still tangled in unanswered questions, missing footage, and a community divided. On January 11th, 2013, Lowndes High School, a typical Friday, until a horrific discovery was made inside the school's gymnasium. At about 10 a.m., students noticed a strange smell coming from behind the bleachers. They found Kendrick's body, upside down, inside a rolled up wrestling mat. His face was swollen. Blood was pooling beneath him. And yet, within hours, police began suggesting a simple explanation. They believed Kendrick had accidentally fallen into the mat while reaching for his shoe. A tragic accident. That's what they said. But for his family and many in the public, that theory never added up. You see, Kendrick was 17, a student athlete, quiet but well liked, a bright smile, strong on the football field, and known for his calm presence. He was also ambitious. Kendrick wanted to play professional football one day. He had dreams beyond Valdosta and a family who loved him deeply. To them, Kendrick wasn't the kind of kid who'd climb into a gym mat after a sneaker. They knew something wasn't right, and soon, so did much of the country. According to the initial investigation by local authorities, Kendrick was storing his shoes inside upright wrestling mats. He had climbed on top of one of them, dropped a shoe down inside, and reached in head first to grab it. He slipped, became trapped, and suffocated. Time of death was estimated around early afternoon the day before. There were problems with that theory. Big problems. Kendrick was over 5 feet 10 inches tall, yet the mat's center opening was just 14 inches wide. His shoulders were broader than the opening. How could he fall inside? Wouldn't his shoulders have stopped him? His shoe was found beneath his body, not in a way consistent with falling onto it. Blood was found on a nearby wall, and that blood wasn't tested. Then came the surveillance footage. You would think that the surveillance footage, since there were cameras in the school, would show exactly what happened. Kendrick was last seen alive entering the gym on school surveillance cameras. But the footage was incomplete. Several crucial hours were missing from multiple angles. How could that be? The school district claimed it was due to the system's motion-activated nature and time gaps between recordings. But experts said otherwise. The FBI eventually looked into the case, but inconsistencies remained. How could footage be missing in a school equipped with 30-plus security cameras? Why weren't more students interviewed? Why did the bloodstain wall go untested? Then came the autopsy, and the controversy exploded. Yes, the initial autopsy conducted by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation ruled accidental positional asphyxia, meaning Kendrick suffocated because his body was trapped upside down. But Kendrick's family rejected that finding. They commissioned a second independent autopsy. That report found blunt force trauma to the right side of Kendrick's neck, an injury not noted in the original report. Worse still, when Kendrick's body was exhumed, his internal organs were missing and replaced with newspaper. Could you imagine? The funeral home claimed the organs had been destroyed during the initial autopsy and that replacing them with paper is a common practice. But the visual of a young black teen's body, mutilated, his insides missing, shocked the nation. The family believed there was a cover-up. Kendrick's family accused two fellow students, brothers as a matter of fact, two brothers, of involvement in his death. One of them was the son of an FBI agent. Get that? Rumors spread fast. Online forums lit up. Many believed the boys were involved in a fight with Kendrick before. Others suggested a conspiracy, that evidence was being suppressed due to the protection of powerful people. In 2015, the Johnson family had filed a $100 million lawsuit, but eventually the case was dismissed. The FBI and Department of Justice both declined to press charges, citing lack of evidence. More questions, right? Still, the Johnson family never gave up. They marched, they protested, they re-exhumed Kendrick's body in 2018, seeking more answers. And in 2021, the case was reopened. Now let's see where the case stands today. In March 2021, the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office reopened Kendrick's case and reviewed nearly 20 boxes of evidence from the DOJ. After a lengthy review, they closed the case in 2022, again, ruling the death accidental. They said there was no evidence to support foul play. But the Johnson family and many advocates still do not accept that conclusion. They believe Kendrick was murdered and that the truth remains buried. To this day, the case remains one of the most discussed and divisive in modern true crime. Was this truly a tragic accident? Or a young man's life stolen and a cover-up carried out? What do you think happened to Kendrick Johnson? The facts are disturbing. The theories are chilling. And the truth, whatever it is, still matters. Because behind every headline, there's a human being. Kendrick Johnson was a son, a brother, a teenager with dreams. And on this channel, we honor the stories that refuse to stay silent. If you have thoughts, theories, or personal insights on this case, leave a comment below. And if you have a case you want me to cover or a story to share, email me at ceresefairfax@gmail.com. Subscribe to Fairfax Files on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Together, we dig deep, we question everything, and we seek the truth. Justice for Kendrick Johnson. Let's find out and get to the bottom of the truth. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. I'll see you next Friday.